The following is a production of Learfield Sports.
A minute 10 to go. 6 to shoot. Brandon one-on-one. Top of the key for three. And he got it! He got it! He got it! The Illini come to Spokane. Looking to inbound. Gets it to Griffey. Layup. No! It's gone! What a game! They're rushing the court. What a game! The Illini have won!
Fighting Illini Insider is brought to you by Fighting Illini Energy, the official electricity choice of Illini Nation. The Illini Card, the official credit card of the University of Illinois.
Hello everyone, welcome to another edition of Fighting Illini Insider. I'm Ryan Baker, joined by the head hoops coach John Groce. And coach, this season is proof positive that the Big Ten schedule is a marathon and not a sprint. Your ball club stumbles out of the starting gates at 2-7. You regain your footing, rip off 5 straight to get to 500. Unfortunately, you got tripped up a little bit in Ann Arbor on Sunday, losing to Michigan 71-58.
Yeah, our guys, I tell you, for the month of February, we've really gotten better, Ryan. I'm starting to see a lot of carryover from when we practiced to the games. Obviously against Michigan, we didn't make a lot of mistakes, but when you make just a few of them, Michigan is so good. They take advantage of that. They're electric in transition.
And when you have a National Player of the Year candidate,
no
Trey
question.
Burke, you can't allow them that opportunity to capitalize on the mistakes. That's
right, and that's what happened yesterday. I thought he took advantage of it, and he played like that National Player of the Year candidate with 26 points, 8 assists, 1 turn. I mean, he was a handful yesterday.
Well, the week started well with that win over Penn State, which is always a nail-biter against the Nittany Lions. We'll delve into that a little bit later, but right now let's take a look back at that win over Penn State as well as the loss to Michigan with Brian Barnhart and Jerry Hester on the call.
Yeah. Illinois in orange, Penn State the visiting blue and white. Penn State across the front. Ed Hightower, lead official here this evening in Champaign, and a pretty good crowd for a snowy night. At center will be Ross Travis at 6'6" against Anna Egwu at 6'11". The Illini win the tap easily. Rebound to Richardson. Illini want to push it. 3-on-3 break. Richardson down the lane, off balance, fadeaway, banked it up and in.
Illinois may need to try to get inside a little more.
On the floor, Brandon Paul gets a steal at midcourt. Gets it to Richardson, puts up a shot, it goes in, count it, and he's fouled. Back to Bertrand, now to Tracy. Abrams drives right to the free throw lane, pass inside Henry, great pass, layup, Henry good. Here's Brandon Paul, drives down the lane, kicks in the corner, open Bertrand for three, good. Bertrand buries a three from the right corner. Out to Richardson, back to Joe, left corner Brandon, head fake, backs away, left corner three is good. His first basket of the game over the 0-13 Nittany Lions. Here's Henry, caught a pass, fires a three and got it. Richardson found him open, Henry with a back pedal and a boom. Here is Abrams to Richardson. 39-35 Illinois, Paul's open. Right wing, drives in to the basket, layup is good. Now to Richardson on the left wing. DJ hadn't scored in this half yet. Richardson, entry pass. Egwu got away and laid it in. Pretty feed out top. The Illini lead is 6. 43-37. Here's a dribble and a steal. Egwu steals it, comes down and slams it in. Nana with the steal and the flush. Tracy, stutter step, drives, layup, good with the left hand. Tracy Abrams. Up, good. 64-59 Illinois. 1 second. Horn sounds. Newbill with a three from midcourt won't go. Penn State living up to their reputation this year. Close but no cigar. Nana Egwu will jump it up at center. Mitch McGarry at 6'10", his opponent. And the tap is tapped to the backcourt by McGarry, and the Illini pick it up. But Egwu gets the rebound. Cross-court pass, skip pass, right wing, long three up and good for DJ Richardson. Drives, spin, in the lane, pretty move, shot blocked. Knocked out of there, was that Egwu? I think it was.
Yeah, man, that was some great defense.
Fast break, Richardson for three, and he buried it from the left wing. 9-5 Illinois, 16-10 for the half. Abrams at the other end with a runner on the baseline, and he knocked it down from 12 feet. Bertrand is checked in. Paul feeds it down low, left side into Egwu in the paint. Baby hook is good. Nana Egwu rolls it up and in. Skip pass left corner to Abrams. Down the lane, Tracy with a tough layup, and he got it. Handles it, flips it to Paul. Brandon with a drive down the lane. Layup is good. Count it. Brandon Paul with a strong move to the glass. Cracked with a bad pass. Tried to hit Hardaway. Stolen by Illinois. Fast break to Henry. Out top to Paul for three, and he missed it. Rebound, though, up and in by Nana Egwu. Oh, the Illini crash on the glass. Henry with a pretty fade. Out top, three was missed. Nana with a tap in. Timeout, Michigan. 25 to go in the half. Pass deflected and stolen by Abrams. Egwu deflected it. Abrams takes it away. Fast break Bertrand. Joe, free throw line pull-up jumper is no good. Egwu with the tap, and he lays it up and in. Against the Michigan defense to Abrams. Pass down low. McLaurin got away and lays it in.
Time Michigan switched up.
Paul with 5. Paul pulls up for 3, and he banked it in. He banks it in. McLaurin, Richardson. Richardson in the paint area. Little floater for DJ. Rolls it over the top of the rim with a little baby touch. Left side to Brandon Paul. Front of the Illinois bench to Abrams. Drives inside the lane. Tracy with a layup. It is good. It rolls in. In the corner, Griffey. Fire at Tyler for 3, and he rattled it home.
Feed his teammates.
Paul to Griffey, left corner, drives in on Hardaway. Turnaround, 10-footer, good for Tyler Griffey. Right wing to Richardson. In the corner, Griffey. Open left side, 3, got it. Griffey buries a 3 from the left corner. He's hit 2 in this half. Down to 2, down to 1, that's it. The Trey Burke show today is he pours in 26 points.
The time has now come when all of their hard work and dedication is put to the ultimate test. They will put it all on the line to become NCAA champions, and you can experience it live. Be there at the 2013 NCAA Division I Men's and Women's Tennis Championships, May 16th through 27th in Urbana-Champaign, Illinois, hosted by the University of Illinois Champaign. Get your NCAA championship tickets today at ncaa.com/tickets and make a date with champions.
Welcome back to Fighting the Illini Insider with head coach John Groce. Coach, I know you're just new to Illinois, but you look at the history with Penn State. I don't know what it is. Whenever the Illini and Penn State hook up, it's a nail-biter with the Nittany Lions. 9 of the last 11 now decided by 5 points or less. And for a minute there, you didn't know if you were going to be able to survive Penn State in that game, but you do to win a tough one over a team that unfortunately is 0-14 in the Big Ten at that point.
Yeah, guys showed a lot of poise, I thought, getting down 9-2 and just kind of hanging in there and grinding and finding a way in a game really that had no rhythm with 52 fouls called in the game. It was difficult to get in any type of flow, and I thought we made plays to win the game. I mean, guys really stepped up and made some plays. I give a lot of credit to Penn State. They had just come off a 2-point loss to Iowa where they missed some free throws down the stretch or could have very easily won that game. And then they're up 2 in Ann Arbor with 10 to go right before they played us. And so they're getting better.
And you knew they were going to come in and compete.
No question. Right. And that's what they do. And they're really positive. They got great energy about their team. I was really impressed with their toughness. And then those 2 guards, Newble and Marshall, are terrific. They're 2 of the top 7 scorers in our league right now. It's scary thinking about those 2 returning plus Tim Frazier. Right. I mean, that's a heck of a perimeter right there. So, I know they're building, and he's done a great job.
Well, the most important thing is you came away with the victory, and DJ Richardson led you with 18 again, and the senior knocking down 2 big free throws to secure that 64-59 win. You come out of that hitting the 20-win mark after 5 straight in the Big Ten at 500. And, it's 4 out of the last 5 years the Illini have won 20 games, but more importantly, you've done it in the regular season. Yeah. Talk about the resilience of your team to come back and put yourself in prime position for the postseason now.
Well, no question. I think resiliency is the word we've used quite a bit, Ryan, in terms of the mentality that these guys have had. I mean, they've really been a very determined crew. They're very open-minded. They want to get better. So all that stuff's allowed us to continue to improve throughout the course of the season and, really here in the month of February, play our best basketball thus far.
And the confidence is back that you saw early in the season in that big 12-0 start, 13-1 start. We move on to Michigan. Defense has been your team's calling card, getting that 5-game winning streak going. But particularly in the second half, your team struggled to score against Michigan. What happened there? What was the breakdown?
Well, I thought our execution wasn't very good. I thought we turned the ball over at inopportune times, and a lot of them, unfortunately, were live ball turnovers, which led to transition points for them.
Or if it were tennis, we'd say maybe unforced errors.
Yeah,
that really hurt you.
No doubt. And so it just, just kind of snowballed on us there. Having said that, it was a 4-point game at the under 8. you know, with seven and change to go in the game. I mean, we were right there, just made too many errors. You know, you make mistakes against them, they really make you pay.
And you had an opportunity. I mean, you get off to an early 8-point lead. You're up 3 at the break. You come back in the second half thinking, hey, if we can control this game, the tempo, we got a chance to sneak out here with a huge upset, our 6th of the year over a top 20 team.
No question.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought we were in position there at halftime, but we've been in position, and I reminded them at halftime. I said, hey, we were in position at Michigan State and didn't come out to start the second half very well. Here at home against Indiana, they had a lead, and we came out to start the second half, and we were ready to roll, and then that enabled us to eventually make the comeback. So I told them how important it was to start that second half, and we didn't start it nearly as sharp as we needed to.
3 games left on the regular season schedule now. Season finale at the Assembly Hall coming up against Nebraska, but you've got a nice break here. 6 days off between the Michigan and Nebraska game. How important and timely is that right now?
Well, that's huge. You know, obviously JoJo went down yesterday, and I think it'll give him a chance to get over the soreness. I think it's nothing more than that. You know, DJ, Brandon, Tracy, those guys have played a lot of minutes for us and played really well throughout the month of February. So, you know, it gives us a chance to rest those guys a little bit, mentally and physically, get them rejuvenated a little bit heading into Saturday's game.
Because once you hit the court on Saturday, it's a full steam ahead to the Big Ten tournament and the NCAA tournament. I'm just going to say that. No, we're not Selection Sunday yet.
We'll let you think ahead that
all right. We got much more to come here on the Fighting Illini Insider after this quick break. It should come as no surprise that Taylor Tuck cites winning championships as her biggest sports thrill. Tuck, along with her sister Morgan, helped lead Bolingbrook High School to a 3-peat of titles before she brought her talents to the Illini women's basketball program. The sophomore backup guard is the subject of this week's Player Profile.
As Crawford kicks it to Taylor Tuck. Kirsten Magram set to check in for Illinois. Nice drive by Taylor Tuck in the lane, up and good.
My earliest basketball memory was when I was probably about 3 years old, and me and my sister got a Fisher-Price basketball hoop for Christmas. That was my first time ever interacting with basketball. My dad always plays, and we'd always watch him. That was our first hoop.
Plays that 4-out, 1-in game.
Long pass to Taylor Tuck. Beat everyone down the floor, and then in the lane, a floater is up and good. Taylor Tuck.
There really isn't significance. I just really like the number 3, and my sister who plays at Connecticut also wears 3, so it's kind of cute.
Clock, Alexis Smith throws it in. Tuck was left alone on the inbound play and banks it home for the bucket.
My major is community health with a focus on health planning and administration, and I plan on becoming a neurologist or OBGYN or even an anesthesiologist. I'm not really sure yet.
We saw that against Michigan State on Sunday.
A drive by Smith, kick to the corner, Tuck for 3. Tremendous 3-point bucket for Taylor Tuck.
My favorite guilty pleasure food has to be cheesecake. I can eat cheesecake for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Charisma Penn just left of the lane, kicks to Tuck. Taylor Tuck drives, scoop shot up and good. Nice little runner by Taylor Tuck.
My favorite movie probably have to be Lion King. It was the first movie I ever got, and I'm still in love with it.
Seconds to go, Taylor into the front court. 8 seconds, in the lane, spinning, scooping, it's good. Taylor Tuck, a circus shot.
My favorite pro athlete probably have to be Ray Allen. I just love his shot. It's so consistent every time he shoots it.
It's Minnesota 17, Illinois 16. Taylor Tuck for 3 at the other end. Tremendous!
I listen to a lot of R&B and then some gospel in there. I love Brian McKnight. I've been listening to him for years, I'm kind of young to know Brian McKnight, but I absolutely love him.
Her first touch, dribbles along the left sideline in the front court to the lane, to the hole, off the glass, it's good. Wasting no time.
My favorite TV show is SpongeBob. I watched it forever, and I still watch it every day at 3 o'clock or 7 o'clock in the morning. I shouldn't know what time it comes on, but I love SpongeBob.
Play. The Illini point guard kicks to Taylor Tuck for three. Tremendous! What did we say about game changer Taylor Tuck?
It's time for the Illini Update. The men's basketball team began their week with a win over Penn State at home on Thursday with a score of 64-59. The Illini went on the road and fell to Michigan 71-58, snapping their 5-game winning streak. Coming up, the team will host Nebraska at home on Saturday, March 2nd, before heading to Iowa City to take on the Hawkeyes on Tuesday, March 5th. The women's basketball team started their week off at home with a 60-53 victory over Wisconsin on Monday night. On Wednesday, the team took on Penn State but fell in a 95-62 loss. The Illini picked themselves back up on Saturday and triumphed over Indiana with a final score of 73-60. Coming up, the team will take on Purdue in West Lafayette on Sunday, March 3rd. Both the men's and women's gymnastics team traveled to Columbus, Ohio on Saturday for a matchup against the Buckeyes. The men's team came out on top by a .6 difference. The women's team fought hard against the Buckeyes but fell just short. Coming up, both teams will return home to take on Penn State on Saturday, March 2nd. The wrestling team fell 33-3 against number 1 Oklahoma State on Friday at the NWCA National Duel in Minneapolis. Coming up, the team will compete in the Big Ten Championship at Assembly Hall on Saturday, March 9th and Sunday, March 10th. The baseball team competed in the Keith LeClaire Classic in Greenville, North Carolina over the weekend. They began the Classic with an 8-2 loss against East Carolina on Thursday, but came back on Friday with an 11-6 win over Ohio. They continued their winning streak into Saturday after their victory over New Mexico State, 3-2. The Illini finished the Classic on Sunday, beating Boston College 5-2. Coming up, the team will travel to Arlington, Texas for the UTA Hilton Invitation on Friday, March 1st. The softball team fell to some tough competition at the Mary Nutter Collegiate Classic this past weekend. On Friday, the Illini lost to both Washington 15-0 and Oregon State 5-1. The trend continued into Saturday as the Orange and Blue were upended by California 5-0. The team fell short to Georgia Tech on Sunday 1-0. Coming up, the Illini will travel to Florida to compete in the USF Under Armour Invitational on Friday, March 1st. The swimming and diving team competed in the Big Ten Championship in Minneapolis this past week. Coming up, individual swimmers will be back in action for the last chance meet on Saturday, March 2nd. The men's track and field team competed in the Big Ten Championship on Friday and Saturday. Coming up, the Orange and Blue will compete in the NCAA Indoor Championships in Fayetteville, Arkansas on Friday, March 8th and Saturday, March 9th. The women's track and field team made school history at the Big Ten Championship on Friday and Saturday, winning their first conference title since 1996. Coming up, the Orange and Blue will head to South Bend to compete in the Alex Wilson Invitational on Friday, March 1st and Saturday, March 2nd. The men's tennis team will take on Iowa at home on Friday, March 1st and Northwestern on Saturday, March 2nd before traveling to South Bend, Indiana on Tuesday, March 5th to take on Illinois State and Notre Dame. The women's tennis team triumphed over Syracuse on Friday 6-1. On Saturday, the team secured their 4th consecutive win, taking down Oklahoma State 5-2. Coming up, the team will travel to Evanston to take on the Wildcats on Saturday, March 2nd. The men's golf team competed in the Mobile Bay Intercollegiate this past Monday and Tuesday in Mobile, Alabama. The team came in 3rd out of 16 teams. Coming up, the Orange and Blue will compete in the Louisiana Classic in Lafayette, Louisiana. The women's golf team launched their 2013 spring tournament season in Peoria, Arizona on Sunday. Coming up, the team will compete in the Notre Dame Clover Cup in Mesa, Arizona this weekend on March 8th through March 10th. For more information on Illini athletics, check out fightingillini.com.
Before we wrap things up here on Fighting Illini Insider, Coach, you've been with this senior class just this season, your first season here at Illinois, but obviously you've been able to bond and develop a closeness with Brandon Pauls, the Tyler Griffeys, DJ Richardson, and even Sam McLaurin. How emotional you think it's going to be for those guys, particularly the guys who've been here 4 years, when they take the Assembly Hall court for the last time wearing an Illini jersey on senior day against Nebraska?
Well, I'm sure it will be. You know, as a senior, you have a lot of thoughts going through your head at that point, but you know, hopefully they take pride in you know, playing for Illinois and what that means to them and all the adversity that group has been through, as well as some success. You know, I think they balanced that well this particular season, and I'm most proud of them for that. They've been fun to coach. They've been fun to be around. They've helped us lay a foundation, and they'll always be a big part of Illinois basketball.
And I know it's the last game they'll ever play at Assembly Hall, but there's still a lot of basketball left to be played this season, regular season, and the postseason, starting with the Big Ten tournament. Do you like where your team, we use the word peaking a lot, do you think you're peaking at the right time coming together?
Well, I think we're getting better. I don't know how well we played this past week. You know, we grinded through the Penn State game and made some plays. I just thought we made too many mistakes against Michigan, against a good ball club on the road, you know, where they're 30-1 at home in their last 31 games. We can get better. I don't know if we've peaked yet, which is a good thing. You know, I think we still got some room for improvement, and we've got to continue to, you know, squeeze all the blood we can out of the turnip, as my grandmother used to say.
Right. Get it all out. Don't leave anything on the
that's
table.
That's exactly right.
You got the Cornhuskers, then hit the road for games at Iowa and Ohio State before heading up to Chicago for the Big Ten tournament. Looking forward to that. For the head coach, John Groce, I'm Ryan Baker. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week on Fighting the Illini Insider.